TikTok, I'm pushing 50. I mean, should a man pushing 50 be on TikTok? No, is the answer to that. Hey GQ, I'm Danny Dyer and I'm going undercover on the internet. Ho 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 ho. It's actually me. Let's see some YouTube comments. I thought this was meant to be a Football Factory sequel. I'll still watch it. Nick Love and Danny Dyer, the Cockney Avengers. I'll take that. So this is in reference to Marching Powder, a film I've got coming out. This is mine and Nick Love's 5th film. People want the Football Factory sequel, of course they do, but we don't want to make the same film. It's a love story, which will be very surprising to a lot of our fans, because I know they just want to see me running around headbutting people, sniffing gear and saying cunt every other sentence. There's a bit of that in there, I'm not going to lie, but I really hope people get it on some level. Danny Dyer and David Tennant. I wonder who Danny's fave team up is with. Oh, I see. So this is in reference to Rivals, which is obviously took over. Now all of a sudden everyone's, I'm Robert De Niro. All I did was grow a moustache and put a fucking wig on. But now I'm the best actor Britain's ever produced. I think one of the headlines was the biggest plot twist about Rivals is that Danny Dyer can act. Cheers. This is from Mogo Jogo Tube. What a fucking name that is. He must have hated making Football Factory, pretending to be a Chelsea hooligan, haha. Top bloke though, even from a Spurs fan. At least it wasn't Spurs, because that I couldn't do. I mean, I'd rather play Gary Glitter. Danny is an underrated actor for sure. People forget he's done theatre as well as tons of film and TV. Wonder which type of acting he prefers. Well, I'll be straight with you. There's no money in theatre. Now, I'm not completely driven by the dollar, but you need to have some readies behind you in order to go and do a nice play. I've got kids and grandkids and they all need to be fed. So therefore, TV and film is where the readies are. Let's check X. Ah, it's such a beautiful, kind, sensitive place. Who had at Mr. Dyer dancing to the Birdie song on their 2024 checklist? So this is again a reference to Rivals. There's a scene where we're all dancing around to the Birdie song, which might be the worst song ever made. And it's ridiculous. So grown adults in the 80s used to do this shit. Why would ya? Unless you're on loads of drugs. At Mr. D. Dyer, so you're a huge believer that aliens and ghosts exist. Do you think there's life on other planets? Not sure on the ghost one, but there's definitely fucking aliens and UFOs flying about there. There has to be. From Tony Loco, Lonely Choco, whatever the fuck I don't know what he's doing there. Who'd win in a fight, at Mr. D. Dyer or at Mike Skinner? I mean, I wouldn't want to chin him because I've got a lot of respect for the man and I did do his music video back in the day. If I caught him in bed with my missus, I'd probably love it, to be honest, you know, quite into that. No, I think I'd knock him spark out. Mr. D. Dyer, how old was Moth in Human Traffic when he got caught in his bedroom by his mum, wanking? Got a 37-year-old friend who it happened to last week. Ha ha, oh God. We filmed that in 97, so I was 21. He was 20, let's say Moth was 20. But that's sad about your mate. I don't think you ever get over that. I've caught my mum wanking a few times there. Rewatching all of Danny Dyer's Deadliest Men, at Mr. D. Dyer, who was the hardest man you met? I did get a lot of death threats on the back of this show because I was talking to one of the deadliest men. And of course, when they're talking about hurting people, there are victims involved. So somebody watched the show who he had attacked and decided to put a threat on my life. So I got a phone call from police saying, we believe there's a hit on your head. And then I thought, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll just ring another deadly man who I'd done in the series and see if he can sort it out for me, which he did. He made one phone call and it was all put to bed. At Mr. D. Dyer, what was it like getting to work alongside your daughter in this evening's EastEnders episode? Fuck me. So this was June 15th, 2021. She came into EastEnders and did an episode with me because when she came out of Love Island, she was the most famous Danny Dyer in the country. Oh, do you think she'll come in the show now? I was like, nah, she's a bit busy now. At Mr. D. Dyer, hi Danny, I discovered today that you smell amazing. Not me being creepy, it was reported by 2 people in a pop bitch mail out. I don't know what that means. What's your secret? I usually go for a bit of Dior underarm body spray, then Dior aftershave, And then I put Tom Ford Tobacco Vinal, so that when you smell me, it's a distinct smell. You can't get it anywhere else. Well, you can get it if you buy them 3 things and then layer it up. I'll give away my secret. At Mr. D. Dyer, are you ever going to tell us what Stephen French whispered in your ear? 2020. Well, this is again from Deadliest Men. Now, what he said was quite awful. I'll declare it to you. He said to me he'd chop me cock off and feed it to me. And, you know, I've tried to put me cock in my mouth a few times. I just can't quite reach. What's been your favourite movie you've appeared in? Mine's definitely The Business. I'm very proud of The Business. It was a beautiful bit of work. I was all ripped in it and I looked like a fucking Adonis. No tits in that. Quite proud of these bangers. You know, they're all mine. Favourite film I've been in? Probably the short film I did that won an Oscar. And that's called Wasp. I've been part of an Oscar-winning production. Whether you fucking like it or not, you haters. Instagram. Why is he wearing a child's swimming goggles? And as you can see, I've got glasses on now. I've got reading glasses. And I've accepted that I need reading glasses. So if I'm going to wear glasses, I'm going to wear the nuttiest glasses I possibly can. These particular ones are a 1960s woman's sunglasses. I feel like it's like being back in school, people laughing at people with glasses on, like fucking get over it. Danny looks great here. Does he have any advice when it comes to tailoring or his fashion sense more generally? A man of my age now is that you don't really care that much. I mean, I don't go out that much anymore. I can't be fucked. I used to rock Reebok classic trainers and pink polo shirt. That was my look really, but nowadays I realise I need help. Time to fact check Wikipedia. Following the success of The Football Factory, Dyer was often typecast in hard man roles. Well, I'd like to address the first bit. My real name is Danielle, and that's because my dad was so pissed when he turned up when I was born. He weren't there, he was in the boozer. He couldn't spell Daniel, so he spelled it D-A-N-I-A-L. I think I play me, yes, a version of me, but no one else can play me, and I'm very proud of that. He began acting when he was a teen and was bullied at school so badly by his peers that he lied about taking acting classes. It was almost a secret passion of mine because I was still hanging out with the chaps, but at the same time I had a little secret hobby, which I love to do. And it made me enjoy it even more, to be fair. After I did a couple of shows on the telly and I started to get some readies in, the bullying stopped, weirdly, because they all wanted to be me fucking mate. Selected other work. Dyer is the voice of Kent Paul in the video games Grand Theft Auto Vice City and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. This is the highlight of my career, by the way. Fucking amazing job. Amazing. And I love this game. The hardest thing about it is that when you got to my mission, is that I couldn't get off my own mission and my own voice was driving me fucking insane. Fucking amazing piece of work. I only got 15 grand for it, which I thought was a lot of money. But that game went on to make billions and still is. TikTok. Fucking hell, Jesus Christ, state of me. This is a shot from Soccer Aid. Frank Lampard, being the manager, said to me, right, you're going to play right back. I've never played right back before in my life. And you're going to mark Eden Hazard. Fucking two-footed him. Not him, the ball. He couldn't believe it. And then he stayed away from me for the rest of the game. Was I good at football? I wasn't a bad player back in the day. I'm pretty fucking shot to pieces now. Why am I liking him the older he gets? I can't answer that. I don't know whether that's a backhanded compliment, but thank you. Now on to Quora. What is the worst part about being a West Ham United fan? I just want to make a statement. All you fucking Cockney Reds out there. The club chooses you. That's the point of it. That's why we love the club so much. I was born a mile away from the ground, West Ham. No, we're not a glory club. You've got to back your local club. You need to. It's important. And it's also really funny now that all the Cockney Reds, because they're shite. So that didn't work out for you, did it? Why does it seem like the hobby of model building is predominantly done by older men? Well, this is true. I've started to do a little bit of this. Do you know what I did? I bought Hogwarts and I built the fucker. And then I had to smash it up because I had nowhere to put the fucking thing. I mean, you can't have it as an ornament. I mean, the size of it. Reddit. Danny Dyer, the unsung hero of British film. I don't know what that means. I'd like to think that I've inspired a lot of working class people to think they can act and get involved in the game, because I heard recently that something like 8% of people in the arts are working class, and that is fucking disgraceful. If I can do it, any fucker can. I tell you that now, it's just about belief. Never give up, ever. All right, that's it. I'm signing off the internet. I've had enough.